Yo, what's going on guys, Arekkz here, welcome back to another video for PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. In this video, I wanted to once again round up some of the most recent information that has surfaced online pertaining to future updates for the game. New content, features, changes, all that good stuff. This time, we've got an updated look at the long-awaited vaulting system, another look at the next map to hit the game, and also a new vehicle to add to the currently existing roster too. So if you do enjoy this video, and you do find it helpful, then a like would be super appreciated. Be sure to comment down below and let me know what you guys think. Now to begin with, let's start with vaulting. This is something that has been a long time coming. We got our first trailer a good while back, the one that you see playing in the background, and that gave us our very first look at how this would work in game. Given that right now, climbing over objects requires some rather well-timed running jumps or crouch jumps, having the ability to actually vault over a wall, dive through a window, roll over a car bonnet, all that stuff like that would not only be super cool, but would also probably save you from those unfortunate deaths where you don't quite make the jump and you then get sniped in the head. Of course, that trailer was a good while ago, but more recently, Tuna, one of the devs working on the game, shared a work in progress video that goes into a little more detail. Set in the firing range with a number of different white box cover items, you can see how the system better interacts with different objects. You can see in this situation that it works with both low and increasing height walls, or cover objects, with the vaulting time changing based on the object you need to vault over. Naturally, jumping over a low wall is going to be quicker than a taller wall. Rather interestingly, it seems you also have pretty good control over the whole vaulting process. In some games, if you go up to a wall to initiate a vault, then once you press the button, the vault happens. And there's times where you press the button by accident only to vault over into gunfire. Yeah, I've had that happen to me many a time in games like Uncharted. However, looking at this clip, it seems like you can cancel the vault mid-animation to not only use it as a means to peek somewhat, but also just to abort if you suddenly see someone watching your cover. Part of the reason the system has taken so long to implement and why we still haven't had a chance to test it ourselves is because there are so many different objects, and supposedly the vaulting animation is handled on a per object basis and not just a generic one-size-fits-all model. Right now we still don't have an exact date, but the last time the PlayerUnknown spoke about it with PC Gamer, he said that they're targeting early November as the window for people to get their hands on it, with the possibility of it dropping a little bit earlier on test servers if they decide it needs more testing. We are of course in October right now, so in about a month, give or take. So, following on from that, another quick look at the upcoming map. We've seen a few screenshots in the past of select locations from this new desert map, but this shot shows that despite the map being on a somewhat open, more barren desert, there will still be a dense city centre with high-rise buildings, rooftops, the sort of place you expect a lot of those intense battles to go down. In case you haven't seen it, this is a rough sketch that the developer shared a while back, giving us a rough idea as to the planned layout. In fact, following the September update dropping, data miners over on Reddit, which I've left a link to in the description box down below, managed to dig up what appears to be the minimap for the new desert map. You'll notice it is, as previously mentioned, a pretty barren location, but there are a few distinct hot zones, busy areas with clumps of buildings, but they are definitely fewer and far between, so they will likely be where a lot of your engagements happen. I mean, one town is apparently called Murder Town, so yeah, there is that. So that should be pretty cool. I just want to see like another map in rotation, because as cool as the map is that we've got right now, once you kind of play hundreds of games on it, you kind of want to have some sort of variety in the mix. So definitely keen to see how this new one plays out. However, the very last thing was this image that was again shared by PlayerUnknown, a look at the new vehicle, a classic VW camper van, or at least made to look like that just without the badge to avoid licensing. Back at the end of September, PlayerUnknown mentioned that they were working on 3 new vehicles, and while we don't know what the other 2 are, he did reveal that one of these 3 is this van. Unsure at this stage how many people it will hold. I'm sort of secretly hoping for a van that holds, say, 6 people. In truth, I actually want an 8-person vehicle for when we do custom games, but chances of that happening are pretty slim. Obviously, the shot of the van in this instance is taken in the new map, so whether it's a vehicle that will be exclusive to that map or whether they will add it to the global spawns will of course remain to be seen. But it's still pretty cool to see what else we have coming. But for the time being, that is pretty much it. Just a quick update on a few things that are in the pipeline right now in the event you missed any of them. Once we hear more about vaulting, I'll be sure to keep you guys up to date, but until then, thank you for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.